Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, June 14th, 2022 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi, and our energy mantra for today is, I have the power to change my mind. And today we have a full moon in the sign of Sagittarius. That full moon is reaching its peak at 4:52 a.m. Pacific time. And as I was looking at the chart today, I was like, whoa! Looking at all of the connections. Now, none of these are exact degree connections, and yet they're all within a very small orb, very close in connection. And I just did my patron group, and what I told them is what it feels like is like trying to, as an archer, Sagittarius is the sign of the archer, taking aim, riding a horse, and having all of these monkeys, they turn into flying monkeys, like pulling on your energy as you're just trying to take aim. So let's go through these energies that are feeding in to this full moon. We have the nodes feeding in. So the nodes are at 22 degrees, the full moon's at 23 degrees. So they're right there. And it's interesting because the north node is in conjunct the full moon in Sagittarius, and the south node is in conjunct the sun in Gemini, and it's the sun and the moon that create the full moon together. So we have that energy working, pulling on us in conjuncts, not seeing eye to eye. The north node, which is reminding us to lean into abundance, to lean into nature, to lean into our values. But we're having trouble aiming at that with this full moon in Sagittarius, in conjunction. It's like, how do I align my values when I have all of these thoughts, the sun in Gemini, aligning with fears and survival and all of those energies that the south node in Scorpio, the past evidence that abundance isn't real, the past evidence of lack. So we have that going on. We also have Neptune. So Neptune is directly creating a T-square, which is like kind of like a crossroads kind of situation, a T-square with the sun and the moon in this situation. What degrees is it at? It's at 25 degrees. So the full moon's 23, this is 25. Again, it's very close in that essence. And Neptune can be the illusion, the confusion illusion from the media, from the world. And it's also even the confusion of aligning with the divine path, the confusion that can bring up. So our mental facilities are having trouble because we've got that Neptune energy. And then we have Saturn in Aquarius, which is trining the sun, and it's a sextile to the moon. These are helpful connections, and yet Saturn brings the should vibration. Should. How do I show up, and benefit for the world? How do I show up and bring my gifts? How should I show up? All of those energies. What vibration am I engaging with? So we have all of this kind of pulling on us, or flying monkeys like attacking, as we are riding the horse. Sneeze. Excuse me. Monkeys got a little dander. As we are riding the horse, trying to take aim in this full moon in Sagittarius. And that's the thing, it's like, keep shaking off the monkeys. The energy mantra for today, you have the power to change your mind. You don't have to remain stagnant in your mental perspective of what is happening, what is going on. And I think that's a really important thing to remember at all times. A lot of times as humans, we get comfortable with something and we settle in. And this moon in Sagittarius is reminding us the power of transformation that we do wield and yield in regards to where we want to go in life, how we are thinking about where we want to go in life. I love these cards for today. New vision and silence. It should be more like this way, right? New vision, which is the Hangman card, and the wisdom of the Hangman card in traditional tarot is, hey, you need to look at things with another perspective. And there it is, taking aim at the silence card, which is the star card in traditional tarot. But it's gonna take some shift in your beliefs, in your mental constructs. And I think it may even take believing that you can succeed in this energy, like aiming at that success. So let's look at the Sabian symbol for this. The Sabian symbol for Sagittarius at 23 degrees, which is where the full moon is, super full moon. By the way, what a super full moon means is that the moon is in a place in its orbit where it's close to the Earth, and so it seems to appear somewhat bigger. That's what a super moon is. Does it have more of an emotional effect? I would say, from what I've experienced, no. We feel the moon close or far, and the closeness of it is minuscule compared to the distance of miles, I think. What I always think's really like packs the punch is what are the aspects, and we have aspects galore in this. Anyway, so the Sabian symbol for Sagittarius 23 degrees is a group of immigrants as they fulfill the requirements of entrance into the new country. And so many things come to mind with this. And one of them, I'll start where I started, but I also had a new thing just come through. Where I started with this is, like we all have our due diligences that we have to do. Do the things that you have to do. Like, let those things, don't just put those aside, the things that have to be done. And then call in that focus to your desires, to your dreams. Why did you come to this country? And that's the kind of the feeling that I was getting too. I have the belief that we're all starseeds. I have the belief that over lifetimes we have galactic origins that do not just come from Earth. Not of this world, right? Like, whether you believe you are a heavenly being, or you're from Andromeda, or Lyra, or wherever, Syrian, it doesn't matter to me. I love you all. It's all good. We're all a group of immigrants that have these things that we came to Earth to do. So we can be like, this Earth is so hard. All right, well, we're up in the grades. We're in the master levels now. Yes, some of this stuff is a challenge, and yet part of the challenge is keeping in alignment with that purpose, mission, destiny, desire, trajectory that you have, and recognizing like you can do the thing. You can do the thing. And sometimes our mind needs a good pep talk that's like, I can do the thing. So this full moon is like, I know the flying monkeys have got you. You can do the thing. Here is that for the back of your mind. You can do the thing as we keep going. The Sabian symbol, the next degree that we're moving towards is, 24 degrees. And it's a bluebird perched on a gate of a cottage. And the keynote is the reward which meets every effort. Bluebird, symbol of happiness. The bird is usually often always doing good with this 0 degree Mercury today. The bird is usually a messenger. And so Spirit's like just sending us a sign like, keep going, you've got this, you can do the thing. I know it's tough. I know these earth lessons sound hard. You can do the thing. And so it's just kind of like on repeat as we move through these energies. That being said, take some time to align. Take some time to work on focusing your energy in that alignment. That being said, I think most of us will feel full moon over through much of the day. As the moon, carries on, it will be in connection with Saturn. It will be in a square with Neptune. We're probably going to feel, again, this confusion, the crossroads in that energy. The shoulds come up, like, do I honor the shoulds? Do I listen to myself? You honor your soul calling. That's our work, is to release the resistance, release those places where we are fighting that higher soul calling, and work into that. I grabbed a card to mark my place in the Sabian symbol book, and I got guidance. Listen to your highest guidance. Do what you need to do, and then listen to your guidance. Mahalo just came over for some cat support. Take a look at them. He does not want to look at you. He's like, you do not deserve that at this point. Get through this full moon. You can do it. We're going to have the moon void, of course. So again, the full moon over is just going to feel so real today, I think. Moon into Capricorn later in the day, 3:14 p.m. Pacific time. That moon into Capricorn. Capricorn's where we go into the shoulds, but rather than falling into the shoulds after this alignment, see where you can align your physical actions with your inspiration. Sagittarius can be the inspiration, and then Capricorn. Any fire sign is like inspiration, and then the earth sign that comes after it is like, okay, where do we put the pedal to the metal? Where do we take this aligned action? Maybe your aligned action is rest. Maybe your aligned action is, being out in nature. Maybe your aligned action is making a smoothie. Maybe your aligned action is cleaning up. Maybe your aligned action is, writing and sending out resumes. What is your aligned action? And see where you can move into that. The physical energy of it without shooting on yourself. Let's not shoot on ourselves. That being said, Mars and Chiron tomorrow in this conjunction, we are going to be feeling that very strongly. This is again about healing our actions in regards to personal alignment. Where are you going? What is healing for you? So keeping your awareness of that as you take these actions is going to be really important. This is all part of this larger shift. It's just it's like an adjustment at the chiropractor is what it feels like. We're all going through a little adjustment right now that's going to make the spine feel so much better. So I'm going to leave that here for today. This is your spinal alignment. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and honor your values. Namaste.